So Jamf Parent has just received a really nice UI update to help parents navigate on their devices to make sure their child's device is set up exactly how they need. Now, you'll notice that on the start page now you go straight into your settings to be able to see exactly what you're trying to do, and any of the navigation settings are now under the image in the top left corner where the parent is holding hands with the child. So if I click on this, you'll see this now gives you access to be able to add an additional child or navigate between children that you already have set up, as well as access some of those other like support documents, privacy statements, etc., etc. So at the moment I'm on Daryl. You can see that highlighted at the very top. The More button on the right hand side also now shows us the supervising devices for Daryl. So if I tap on this, you'll see that there are 3 different devices, this device being highlighted at the moment on the screen, but any other devices. Now in my case, these are all my devices because I'm doing the demo, but if you had like alternative parents or grandparents, etc., that also could supervise that device, they would be listed here. This is a great security feature because you can see exactly who is actually looking at your child's device. So if you do have anybody on there that shouldn't be on there, you can report that to the school and have those removed. Now, as usual, I'll just quickly go through some of the settings on here just in case this is the first time you've seen this video, save you having to look through other videos. This allows us to allow apps. So in this case, if I tap on enable app lock, I can choose the amount of time I want the lock in place for and choose the apps that I want to make available to my child for a lesson. So, you know, this is potentially for homework or bedtime routines or whatever it might be. We'll talk a little bit about that afterwards. But you'll see I have access to all of their applications. When I tap done, it puts the child's device into a locked state, and only those apps that I've said could be available are available. I can disable that at any point by tapping disable app lock and all of the apps come back. You can also restrict device functionality. So if you just want to turn Safari off, for example, you can switch this off. At the moment, everything is on, but you can easily just kind of toggle those things off should you need to. Websites works in the same way. You can see here, I enter it by having website filtering on or off. At this point, it's off, but if I switch it on, I can have lists of websites I either want to allow or websites I want to block. So at this point, these is like a whitelisted list of allowed websites, but I can also have a block list and I can add any of those websites into here. This just makes it really easy for parents that want that fine control over website filtering on child's device if you don't already have this set up on your broadband filter for home access, etc. Finally, device rules. Now this is the one where we try to think about the simplicity for parents. You probably don't want to be adding in, apps every single day. It's time consuming. So you can have a device rule. In this case, I've got a device rule here for homework. So we can just have a look at this. It's a custom one. And I've just chosen apps that I want available for homework. In this case, maybe it's for maths homework or whatever. So calculator and the measure app, etc. When you have that in place and built, the parent just needs to choose that as a restriction, choose the amount of time and tap start. So again, it's quick access to be able to go to those kind of primarily used configurations without having to go in and set absolutely everything up. That's a really quick and simple way to do it. That doesn't obviously take parents much time to do it. And some of those other device rules that we have on here, things like social use, could be having gaming time, or one that's come up quite a lot with schools that works really well is like a bedtime routine. So just creating a device rule where you only allow access to the calendar and the clock so they can see what needs to be packed in their bag and set an alarm for the next day. It means the device can be on charge in the child's room without parents fearing that they're going to be using it inappropriately during bedtime. So again, nice little activity that you can do there. So there we go. That is the update to the Parent app. Nice new integration here with the UI so you can see your child and easily move between children should you need to.